good book, don't you think?
Oh yeah. No, I was floored, honestly, by the dramatic, just the tension of the ending.
I bet, yeah. I mean, mine was pretty good too, but I mean, I guess we'll talk about it here.
Yeah.
I better move this. Oh.
Well, hello, folks.
Refreshing.
I didn't realize you were inviting guests. I guess we could talk about our books. You know, we could. I mean,
we could. Yeah.
We could even do kind of a book club. I feel like you and I have some camaraderie here. We're book guys, you know?
We are book guys. We are book guys. We're very big book guys.
Yeah, well, I'm like a medium-sized book guy, actually, but, you know.
I don't know about this one, but...
It's kind of a small book.
Kind of a smaller book.
Yeah, okay, but we are book guys. Let's not make any mistakes about that. We're also dog guys.
And so is Sheldon here.
Yeah, Sheldon's a dog guy and a book guy.
He's a dog and book guy.
He's both. You can be both. That's okay.
That's okay.
He's a good boy.
Kind of.
But he hasn't read these books, so I don't think he's part of today's book.
No, I don't think he should be a part of this.
No. So what was your book? Tell me about your book.
Well, we gotta do an intro first. Hang on.
All right. Am I in a hurry here? I mean, I'm just so thrilled.
You are very thrilled, and I really appreciate your enthusiasm.
Oh, thank you. But you got to give these folks the lead-in.
I do.
Yeah, give them the lead-in.
Hi everyone, welcome back to the Lego Lover 117 YouTube channel. Thanks for showing up for this weird ass video that we're shooting today. Finally, after how long has it been?
Like 2 years.
2 years?
Basically 2 years.
2 years since we did a joke promise about the Lego Lemmy book club. It's finally happening.
It is. However, I left my original book in California because it's lost and I will never find it. So we went out today and we purchased 2 new books that we think represent us deeply.
100%. Now, unlike this failure over here.
Shots fired! Shots fired!
Wow! I am amazed at his lack of taste in books. It's really kind of shocking to witness.
I'll redo that. That was really mean. Now, unlike this cross-country road tripper over here, I did not leave my book in California. As a matter of fact, my book is at my house. We're not at my house right now.
Well, my book's at my house too. Yeah, but I mean it's like 1,500 miles away.
But I mean, it's not technically your house anymore.
That's true. That he's spitting facts. Yeah.
See, my house is like 20 miles away. Yours is like 1,500. So you know what?
Yeah, pretty much the same.
I took him to my old stomping grounds, also known as Half Price Books, and we picked up a couple of books that represent us as people and as members of society.
I think so, yeah.
And to make this even more special, we have a live studio audience here with us.
Yeah, that's right. Say hello, live studio audience.
Hi.
Hello.
Sheldon stuck his foot in my mom. Alright, continue.
I love how Sheldon's a member of the live studio audience.
Yeah, he's become part of that.
That's just perfect right there. Just absolutely perfect.
Now, if you guys could only keep him over there, then we could finally...
It would be so nice if you could do that.
It would be. I don't think that's going to happen.
We could shoot this video perfectly with this really awkward camera angle that we got going here. But you know what? It's kind of... It's comfortable.
Yeah, it shows our extreme level of relaxation on
It's
this
comfy.
thing. This book really, made me unwind.
You can really get so up close and personal with my leg hair as well as the dog's butt. And
You should blur out his soul.
it's just perfect. This isn't a disaster at all.
No, not in the slightest.
Please put like a sensor bar in his ass.
As we're over here sipping on scotch, also known as Mountain Dew Baja Blast.
I better take a bit of mine. I've been trying to hold off.
I've been sucking mine down like candy. So, since you are the guest, tell us about your read.
Oh, I appreciate you letting me go first.
Of course.
So mine is Two Tough Trucks. I'm sorry.
Doesn't even know the name of the book.
Well, okay, look. 2 Tough Trucks. They're pretty tough. You can obviously see that if you look. Now, this book, I don't know if it quite changed my life. That's kind of a big claim. But it was impactful, you know?
It seems like it would be impactful.
Yeah. Now, the thing about this book, it shows 2 different personality types. One truck that's a little shy, doesn't really know how to engage with the world yet. They're in truck school. Going to truck school?
Now, what exactly happens in truck school?
Okay, well, they make him do figure eights and stuff. They make him back up with trailers. And then the other character is...
I'm so impressed if you couldn't tell.
Yeah, I could tell. I mean, it's that little glint in your eyes. I can see it. So, other thing that is in this book, we got the blue truck. He's kind of a bit of a wuss. And we got the red truck, you know? He's a real tough guy, but he doesn't have the strategy.
Kind of brazen.
He's brazen, yeah.
Kind of brash.
Yeah, and he does well at first, but you know what? When he gets to the stage where he's got to actually push his trailer, things go off the rails a little bit. I know this isn't a train book, but things go off the rails a little bit. I don't want to get into it too much. That's the intro to my book.
That may be a little bit spoiled.
Yeah, I think it's a bit of a spoiler. It's kind of the end of the book. But what about yours? Revenge of the Sith.
Well, you see, this is a Lego Star Wars adaptation. Oh, jeez.
I can't even hold his book.
This is a Lego Star Wars adaptation of Revenge of the Sith. Some might say the darkest of the Star Wars films, considering the fact that there's a lot of murder that happens in this.
There is a lot of murder, and I'm sure this depicts it in vivid detail, right?
You would be surprised.
Okay.
So, it retells the events of Revenge of the Sith, but in Lego form.
Okay.
And I have to say, the dialogue is really what gets me.
Yeah.
So we have this scene here, which, if you've seen Revenge of the Sith, you know this scene quite well. It's the scene where Anakin finds out that Supreme Chancellor Palpatine is actually a Sith Lord, and he tells Mace Windu, and he's like... Mace Windu's like, I knew it. I never trusted that guy. And Anakin says, yeah, you did. And you know what? I like boiling it down to very simplistic details.
That's true.
You didn't need all of this dialogue about how Palpatine's a Sith and all of that. You just needed just a little brief mention of, yeah, I always knew that. And it's like, no, you didn't. You had no idea.
It does streamline it.
You had no freaking idea. And I also think it's very irresponsible for Master Palpatine here to just be shooting off lightning in his closed office. I feel that could
start a fire.
That could possibly lead to some electrical problems in the future, and also could probably start a fire. And considering that they're in a giant city planet, that could lead to...
And this is made for kids, so
yes.
That's kind of frightening that they would be exposed to that.
It is. It honestly, it frightened me.
Yeah, I imagine. But yeah. But
what the fuck are we doing?
This is absurd.
What's the live studio audience thinking?
Yeah, what do you think, folks?
I'm gonna be honest, I was just scrolling through my Instagram feed, so I gotta get caught up a little bit.
I just came here for the free Baja Blast.
Well, you're being paid rather handsomely for this whole thing. I'm surprised.
We're getting paid?
Well, no.
Well, yeah. I mean, what?
Not in money per se.
In Baja Blast, in the privilege of seeing this.
Still the important currency.
You're being paid in topical political commentary.
Yeah.
So anyway, the economy. How about that?
Economy, yeah.
The economy's in the toilet.
The economy is referenced in this book.
It's going down the tubes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, down the tubes. But what tube? That's the question. Anyway, so, I mean, this book, you know, they're preparing these trucks for the economy. All right? They're preparing them to kind of give the economy a boost. I mean, trucking, that's a big industry.
It's a big industry in America.
And it's like, you know, you got one truck, he's fast, you know. I mean, the red guy, he's on it. He is quick as a whistle, all right? But the blue guy, you know, he's scared to go up mountains and stuff. Look at the sadness. The sadness present on this guy's face, you know? I
gotta say, I like the red truck mainly because of his baseball cap. I think the baseball hat really, like, sells his character.
I do like it. I am a little bit worried about the legality because, well, for one thing, he's called Mac. For another thing, he's wearing a big old baseball cap. That just reminds me a little too much of Disney Pixar's Cars.
So what you're saying is the author of this could, in fact, be sued by Disney?
Well, no, I'm saying the author of this could, in fact, be John Lasseter.
Really?
Under a pen name.
Under perhaps a pseudonym.
Yeah, I mean, it was written by, allegedly, Corey Rosenschwartz and Rebecca J. Gomez and illustrated by Hilary Lurm. I don't know.
See, but if you take the third letter from each of those, and then you subtract that by 2, and and then you multiply that by 69,
Why 69?
you get John Lasseter.
Like as a prize?
No, like as a secret code.
Oh, right.
Like
Hold on, wait,
like,
let me do the math.
Did I just blow your mind right now?
Yeah, you did. What
What did I tell you?
He doesn't even work at Pixar anymore.
I'm not
This
even-
is what he's been doing, folks.
I am no mathematician here, folks, but I'm just saying, a broken clock is right twice a day.
Look, he's being humble, saying he's not a mathematician. That is Sherlock Holmes level stuff. I gotta say, this gets pretty graphic. Blue truck crashes into a cactus. All right. You know who else crashed into a cactus? Lightning McQueen. In Disney Pixar's Cars.
Created by
John Lasseter.
John Lasseter.
And other people, I assume.
But mostly John Lasseter.
Mostly, it was 90% John Lasseter. So it gets pretty graphic. It's mostly pretty comfortable for kids, I would say. But here's the thing. Mac, which we have yet to confirm if there's any canonicity with the Cars
Of course,
universe.
yes.
This might be Mac's origin story. He might be all tough and quick, but he's crying big blue tears when he can't back this trailer up effectively because he doesn't have the skills. He doesn't have the skills, folks.
That is more dramatic to me than any drama series I've seen on Netflix this year. That moves
That's not
me.
the highest bar, but I get
That
it.
moves me to my core.
Yeah.
Like Stranger Things 4 doesn't hold a candle to this.
I've read this book 11 times now, and let me tell you,
In the 4 hours since you purchased it.
In the
you've
4
read it-
hours.
You've read it 11 times.
I have.
That's insane.
You sound a little bit skeptical of that, like I didn't do it.
No, I would have thought you made it up to 20. I'm surprised you only read it 11 times.
Yeah. No, the average is insane. It might be a little more than 11. I know that the first 10 times I was crying like this truck. Okay, I was floored. Did this book make you cry?
Well, it's kind of interesting because the movie definitely does. Every time.
Yeah.
You were my brother, Anakin. I'm in tears.
Yeah.
But for this, the Lego figures, yeah, it's somewhat dramatic. You get some good artwork there, like with the Mustafar battle and everything. I just feel like the pun of "I don't lava what you've become." It kind of
Does it say that?
Yes. Surprisingly enough, it kind of takes me out of the moment a little bit.
It says that. Hold on. Let me see this.
Yeah, let's go to the.
Let's do a quick fact check.
Yeah.
I don't lava what.
Does it or does it not say that?
It does, doesn't it?
I think it says it.
Okay, well, so that's pretty shocking.
It is.
I mean,
And
that
I
is-
as much get out of there. As much as I don't think George Lucas is a great writer, I don't think he would have written something so lowbrow.
Let me see who wrote this, because I do hate to say it. I'm getting subtle John Lasseter vibes from this.
Really?
See, look at that. By Ace Landers and illustrated by David White.
Mm-hmm.
If you take the 18th letter from Ace Landers and reverse it with the first letter, and then you multiply all of that
John Lasseter?
by
I
John.
assume?
Yeah, exactly. I'm not going to say multiply by what, because I know that you're such a big arithmetic head. You just would know.
I just...
I think 420 if you think about it.
420? Yeah, it's probably 420.
I was doing
This is a big equation.
Just
I'm
some
gonna have
basic
to cut to the
Yeah.
studio audience to just do this on the screen right
Here,
now.
maybe you want to double check this on your phone.
Hold on, let me.
Yeah, here.
Well, if you take 69 and you.
Oh, I don't have my... I appear to have been robbed. I don't think I have my phone. Well, we still have two fact checkers here. There was once a
Yeah.
time you could do these calculations in your head. You've been slacking.
There was a me. I've been drinking, so
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
the bottle goes straight to my head. So
Yeah, well, it tends to have that effect.
mm-hmm.
What are your calculations?
Of course, I've been sipping on it the whole time.
Yeah, what did you get? Does this 420 sound accurate?
I can't
Is that like a rough
argue.
estimate?
Do you see John Lasseter on that screen?
Oh my... It's... All those digits literally make a picture of his face.
I know. You see John Lasseter on this. Look, okay, studio audience. Do you see John Lasseter on my phone right now?
Oh, I do actually.
It's kind of weird.
That's insane. Hold on.
It's
crazy,
He's,
isn't it?
he's making me a little uncomfortable.
I think if you
Wait, this is
take
what my
his
calculator
eyeballs...
Whoa, my...
Whoa!
Whoa!
Wait a minute. Show that. Come on.
Oh.
Camera right there.
Oh
that is
my-
a high-res image of John Lasseter that
That
she
is
just calculated
impressive.
from her
Oh, my
calculator app.
calculator.
I think if you take that image and subtract it with the image you pulled up, you get 6666666.
Oh my gosh, I think you're right. Based off of my calculations.
Man,
I think we just confirmed that John Lasseter has had his hands in more things than just Pixar.
I
I
think
was
so.
thinking Illuminati confirmed.
well, that too.
Yeah.
That too.
Almost goes without saying. I mean, but, yeah. Whoa, this is a little... Hold on. I'm wondering... Why are these kids in cages, Garrett? What's going on here? Is some sort of electricity thing happening? You read the book, you know.
Well, you see, in order to avoid some very graphic imagery, I believe that this book was neutered in order to bring it to the Lego universe. Because in the film, I mean, these kids are dead. Like, I'm not gonna mince words with you here. I mean, these kids
That's
are
shocking.
no longer alive. And
Yes.
here, they're just in cages, which I would argue is actually worse, because if you have to live your whole life in a cage, especially if you're a child who hasn't even hit a growth spurt yet, I mean,
Pretty horrendous.
where
Never get to smell a tulip. Never get to...
where are you going to go? I mean, you're never going to be able to frolic in the fields. I mean,
pace around in the cage.
you're never going to be able to pay taxes. I mean, it is just...
That's crucial. It's
It's
what
very-
everyone longs for.
It's very sad. So I feel that
Anakin is a darker character in this.
book, and it's surprising considering the fact that the source material is so dark, but you would be shocked to find out that this Lego adaptation is actually darker. I would even go as so far as to say that this should be given an NC-17 rating.
I think so. And I don't even know the full scope of what's in here. Is there anything else in there that just shocked you
Well,
to
you
your
see,
core?
you at the very end here, there's a character arc with Master Darth Vader,
Okay.
who, if you don't know, is Anakin Skywalker. He
Sorry for any spoilers, but you had enough time, I think, to learn that fact.
The movie came out like a decade ago, so you're fine. He wants to eat cake throughout this film, or throughout this book. Sorry,
Did someone tell him, let them eat cake, and then he believed it?
Yes, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
And at the very end here, he's in the Darth Vader suit, and he can't eat cake. So what you're telling me is that while Darth Vader is in the suit, the Emperor has been starving him. I mean, isn't that human cruelty?
It is extremely cruel, but you know what? I think that adds a lot to the crucial moment where Vader throws the Emperor from the heights of his lair
Because he was hungry.
because he was hungry.
I mean,
that's why he did everything. It kind of justifies everything Vader ever did, that he was hungry.
He was hangry the entire time.
Yeah, like
I mean, if you think about it, he's been hungry for 20 years.
somebody should have told the man, eat a Snickers or whatever. You're not you when you're hungry,
Exactly.
and he couldn't. Right,
But
but
he killed him instead.
I
Exactly.
think he
Thank
could have
you.
eaten a Snicker. It would have fit like in through the like through the mask.
Yeah.
if you really tried.
Yeah, if he went and just shoved it in the middle there, he could have.
But the Emperor never shared that information with him. He just let him starve. Just because Anakin was a little stupid and didn't know how to do that doesn't mean he deserved
to starve to death.
to starve to that. That's right.
I mean, I'm surprised he lived for 20 years not being able to eat, but I guess he was given water, perhaps. Maybe.
it's probably some sort of dark force magic that kept him around for so long.
Which is exactly how Darth Maul survived.
That makes sense.
Dark side is a path to many abilities that some think to be unnatural.
That is very true.
Yeah. Yeah,
We should film more episodes in front of a studio audience.
I think
have to
so.
say.
We're getting a lot out of this, you know. You both, you know your stuff. Apparently, you know intense arithmetic.
I do. I can pretty much do any calculations.
Wow. All of them. Any of them.
All of them. Yeah.
That's impressive. I mean, that was a high-res John Lasseter. You saw it.
I saw it, and I mean, the people watching this, they saw it.
I mean,
I
that was
couldn't
just me
get- I
checking
couldn't
my
get that.
work,
Yeah,
as
well,
you should do.
it's
Of course.
it's good policy.
Of course.
But yeah, I mean, we got to be trustworthy here and to represent the books accurately, and sometimes that means running the numbers. Give your book a rating out of 10. Why don't you?
Well, you see, it's interesting. I would probably rate this probably a straight 11.
Wow.
I mean, after talking about it with you and just seeing how much
You're right, because it's
just peeling back the layers of this children's book by Scholastic. I mean, it really.
This was John Lasseter's avenue.
This literally has changed my life.
True.
I mean, I am a better person for having read this.
I gotta say, me too. With this, you know, I rescind my earlier statement when I said that it almost was life changing. What am I talking about? This was big, you know.
I bet it did change your life.
It did. That being said, I gotta say, it rips off Cars a lot, and that is a little bit forgivable if John Lasseter is the one who wrote it.
Which we know that he is.
True. Yeah, we proved it. Then again, John Lasseter got thrown out of the entertainment industry for being a bit of a weirdo. So that's another problem.
Yeah, that is a bit of a problem.
It's got some baggage with it, but you know, it's a good book. How am I supposed to deny that? I don't know.
Separate art from the artist, of course. And
Yeah.
I gotta tell you, you telling me about these two little trucks.
Right.
I mean, I want to just read it 12 times.
Yeah,
I mean,
no, you should.
That sounds amazing.
It's funny you say that. The 12th reading is really the one where it starts to click. 'Cause
Really?
It took a while, yeah.
Okay.
But I do think if you see this as a Mac origin story, then it reads a lot better. So that totally gets rid of the problem of repetition there. And it, in fact, is actually, it adds to an existing franchise. I would say like a solid 7.37.
Okay.
I'm going to say. Because I have read more life-changing books, but this was pretty good.
So the more crucial question I think I would have to ask is, do you recommend your book or not?
Well, you know, it's tricky because I feel like, I'll be honest, if people read my book, they might not read your book first. I worry about that because this one is going to change people's lives.
That's true. That's
I mean,
true.
so I'm going to say read this first. I totally recommend this afterwards, but this is required reading for this. So that's what I think.
I have to say yes. I would. I would agree that you definitely should read this at some point in your life. But I would also say that if you're looking for more of a lighthearted approach to life and as a Mac origin story, you definitely should check out Lemmy's.
This will help you kind of come down from the high stakes. Yeah, no, exactly. I do think you should put your Lego Lover book club seal of approval on this.
Oh, I should.
Yeah.
Definitely.
No, exactly.
Find it at your local half price books for $1.99.
Yeah, it's a good deal. It's
Which, if you can get it for that price, since it's been featured here on our brand new show, the price may go up. So it may be up to $2.99 by the time this episode comes out.
Oh, by the way, when we say $2.99, we don't mean $299. We mean $2.99. I know the way we're talking about these, it seems like it's in the hundreds. It's not.
It's not.
It's just $2.
It's not. It is surprisingly cheap for the price that you can acquire life-changing.
I would pay $50 for one page of this book, any page. But this one I pay $200.
Of course. What would you say is your favorite book, Sheldon? What would you say?
Hey, you got opinions? What are your opinions?
What do you feel?
Oh, okay. Well, he's stepping on the book. I'd say he's giving it his paw of approval right now.
I would say so.
Wow,
Yeah.
You can see the mark he left on that.
I would say so. What do you think? Oh, he just pawed at mine too. What do you think?
Well, he approves both. I mean, that's a good.
Well, that's a good. That is a great turnout for an episode.
It is. Honestly, it is.
So, live studio audience, what do you think about these? I mean, thoughts, opinions, tax evasion?
I'm overwhelmed by just the background behind the publishing of these books to even consider the actual content that you have gone over.
It is pretty shocking.
Like, I need to take a few days to kind of...
Oh, it's shocking to find out that the John Lasseter was actually responsible for both of these books.
Yeah.
I mean, that...
We didn't buy these in conjunction with each other.
No.
We bought these two books, randomly. I guess John Lasseter, I mean, what are the odds there? If you crunch the numbers, what is he responsible for? 50% of all books secretly? Probably.
Quite possibly.
Yeah.
I mean, he could have written half of the Star Wars EU for all we know.
Very possibly. Very possibly.
I mean, I'm partial to Two Tough Trucks. That story it really hit me.
Well,
Emotionally.
I gotta say I agree with it, I mean, it really, it's kind of a touching tale, Well, thank you for joining us.
On the Lego Lemmy Book Club.
Absolutely.
This was a great
It was.
first installment.
Absolutely it was. Thank you for joining me as well. The both of us together, I think we made a good pair of book judging bros. I
seriously hope that this backdoor pilot gets picked up into a full-time series.
hopefully, you never know. But if John Lasseter sees it,
He could shut it down. We don't know.
Exactly. That's kind of my concern, So who knows, honestly. But, this year, this proves the concept. Gotta say.
It does. Mm-hmm. And we spent a lot of money.
We did.
On this. This whole set here. This actually is not my aunt and uncle's house at all. This is actually just a set.
No, of course not.
This is a set that we actually constructed, and it cost about $2.4 million. Both of our live studio audience members cost about $500,000 each.
We were paid pretty heftily, I will say.
Just to come in here and sit on the couch.
Plus that high-powered supercomputer phone you have to make those calculations.
Of course, yes.
Plus, every comment I make is another about $200. So.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, you deserve that.
The only way to do things.
Yeah, there's no other option.
So what we are saying here, folks, is please watch this show.
Please watch it.
Because I have shoveled so much money into this.
He is bankrupt.
I had to
He'll make it back,
I had to fly this guy down here.
You did.
Just to show up.
Yeah, no, exactly. And even then, I was until I read this book, I was debating whether I was actually going to be here or not. I had a busy schedule of judging a lot of other books.
Like I said, it was about 2 years too late here for this pilot episode, but I feel
took a while to raise the funds.
I feel the wait was worth it.
Oh yes, it was certainly worth it. Anyhow, thank you for joining us, folks, and
we hope to see you all in a potential episode 2 for this series.
Yes,
so,
indeed.
with all that being said, thank you to our live studio audience, and thank you for watching.
Yeah, ta-ta.
We will see you all in the next one.
That's right.
Hopefully, if it gets picked up. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
That was the stupidest video that I have ever shot in my entire life. But I thoroughly enjoyed it.
I know, me too.
That was amazing.
It really was. You played it so straight for most of that.
Yeah, I had to stop myself from smiling on multiple occasions.
You had a good poker face. I was impressed.
Did you put that in the bloopers too? That was the stupidest.